Lagos, good morning, Nigeria. It's a brand new day, a brand new week, a brand new month. Of course, it's the month of February 2026. I am Abimbola Delo.
Good morning and welcome to the conversation. I am Joy Ulu.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adebimpe Omota. Joy, why did you go before you introduce yourself?
Only me understand.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sure part of that. Just next February.
Yes.
February.
How was your weekend?
People, of course you know already. I was going to say you don't want to know. It was a drama-filled weekend. What happened? When we were talking earlier, I said I wish there was a program called House Help Chronicles or Diary or something, because God help us, women, and what we go through in the hands of those people.
I don't know. They said we should not call them house help.
Support staff.
We should call them support staff or house assistant.
For house assistant. They are not assisting anything.
They are not assisting anything. Somebody you are waking up at 6
I woke somebody up at 7 a.m. He said, why would I wake up like that? It was too early. I said, Emma Binuma.
You know we have, is it shorter nights, longer days?
Longer days,
So
yes.
when it is almost 7, it's still dark. And so you feel like, oh, okay, maybe it's not yet morning. So maybe she fell into that category. Maybe. But honestly, different strokes. My weekend, not too bad. I survived. In my barracks.
In your barracks.
I survived.
In your boys' hostel.
Yes, so I survived. Everybody wanting an arm and a leg. Yeah, I survived, sir. Joy, how was your weekend? Another chronicle.
I had a terrible experience
with your house assistant.
Another chronicle.
Her house assistant went on a holiday.
She was one day on, one day
off. She stepped out and came back the other day. The following day.
Joy, just be ready.
Interesting times.
Just be ready for the outcome of that one.
I say,
you are your mom.
I don't want any miracle baby around me.
It's not a miracle baby now.
No, it's not a miracle baby.
Because
now they planned baby.
We are aware. Anything. We don't expect anything.
Were you not aware?
I wasn't aware.
Anyways, you just need some of these things again, maybe just to help you away, because I really don't understand how else one can deal with the situations. Anyway, let's get back to the program. Of course, the Monday show, and let's begin by taking the news points for today. Let me start on this side, and this one is coming from the defense minister, where he said he was marked for arrest, assassination, of course, the failed coup. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired on Sunday, disclosed that he was among the intended targets of the recently foiled coup plot against President Bola Tinubu, revealing that the conspirators planned to arrest or shoot him if he resisted. Musa made the disclosure while speaking as a guest on Politics Today, a television program, where he also described the suspects behind the plot as a bunch of very unserious individuals. While admitting that he played a key role in helping security agencies nip the plot in the bud, the former chief of defense staff said he was personally marked for arrest by the plotters. He said, and I quote, "I was also a target. I am sure you know. I was supposed to be arrested, and if I refused, I was supposed to be shot," he said. But that's the job. Anybody who goes into coup zeroes his mind because he knows if he succeeds, good. If he doesn't succeed, whatever consequences come, you're ready for it. End of quote. Musa dismissed the capacity of the suspect to successfully challenge the Nigerian state, saying their actions showed a complete misunderstanding of Nigeria's democratic history and the strength of its armed forces. He added that even without the intervention of the military, Nigerians would have resisted any attempt to overthrow a democratically elected government. Speaking on the arrest made so far, the defense minister said most of those involved had been apprehended, with only maybe one or two still at large. Musa explains that the plot was driven largely by personal grievances, noting that the armed forces promotion system is strict and merit-based. Expressing concern for junior officers allegedly drawn into the plot, Musa said, and I quote, "My pain is all those young officers who didn't understand what was going on that he put in this mess. Now they have to face the consequences." The defense minister stressed that executing a coup in modern-day Nigeria was virtually impossible, unlike in the past. The read continues, but I'll leave it here. So, I mean, before Christopher Musa even came on television yesterday, you know, this news had gone round and how the coup plotters actually, you know, tried as much as possible to get this done, and the number of people they actually earmarked to have, you know, penciled down to kill or to assassinate for, you know, this thing to have scaled through. By the end of the day, it is what it is, and you know how it is with the military. They already said it, they will be court-martialed and, you know, heads will roll. But for him to again openly admit that he was a target, and I think things are beginning to fall into place. Remember that he lost his job while this happened, and you know, maybe now we understand better why he was let go at that particular point in time. But now that he's back as a minister again, maybe this time round, this position, you know, will allow him do more things than he could have achieved as a serving military officer.
Okay, for the failed coup, from what you just read, it's more, they're talking about internal grievances, internal crisis. For some others, they're saying, they're trying to overthrow the government of the day because Nigerians are complaining. Whatever it is, military rule, because many of the people that are boisterous, that are, you know, what's it called, active on Twitter, on social media, are young people. They don't understand
they never experienced
the history,
what a military coup is all about. We had a guest here the other day who was trying to recall past, you know, military coups, and you know, when he was talking about it and what I read, I was terrified. And I begin to wonder about some Nigerians who believe that that is the solution.
Well, for them, it's just get this government out.
No, it is never the solution. The military is never the solution.
And there is no military coup without bloodshed.
Did you see the number of people that were penciled
that were meant to be?
So it was more or less like, okay, if we kill the president, the vice president will take charge. So if the vice president isn't there, the Senate president will take charge. If the Senate president is not there, the chief of who is the fourth person? And they took out all the hierarchy. Even at that point in time, Christopher Musa was the chief of defense staff. It was also earmarked to be rounded off, and if he refused, he was going to be killed. So again, you see how the minds of those people work. It was more or less like, okay, we're going to just overthrow the government and kill key people.
It's just bloodshed. That's
that would also, you know, come back at us. And so what if, at that particular point in time, this thing had not leaked? Anyways, Adebimpe, let's take your story.
Sit at home. IPOB police showdown looms in Southeast today. Security agencies across the Southeast are on high alert ahead of a sit-at-home order declared by the indigenous people of Biafra for today, Monday, February 2, 2026. The directive, in solidarity with traders at the Onitsha main market, has sparked tension and confusion among residents, with authorities warning against spreading misinformation. Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State ordered the closure of Onitsha main market, Onitsha main market for 1 week after traders complying with the IPOB sit-at-home order refused to open their shops on Monday. He warned that the state government would not hesitate to revoke shop ownership rights or take over and redevelop the market if traders failed to comply. Soludo insisted that all market traders must open for business on Mondays and sign their attendance register before 10 a.m. Which one is attendance register? In support of the traders, IPOB, through its spokesman, Ima Powerful, called on traders, transporters, banks, schools, civil servants, and all sectors across Anambra, Abia, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, and beyond to observe the solidarity strike peacefully. The move, however, has further heightened tensions in the region. Meanwhile, the IPOB leadership has publicly disowned the sit-at-home order, describing the directive circulated under the name Ima Powerful as fake and misleading. In a counter statement released on Saturday, IPOB leader Ifeanyi Ejiofor said the source behind the directive had been compromised and was acting against the collective interest of Indigbo. Insisted that IPOB had formally distanced itself from the false sit-at-home order and directed Indigbo to go about their lawful activities without fear. It's so long. Look, Igbo people, I didn't know Abiatu was involved now. That's your state, Joy. I didn't know. This started last week, Monday, when the governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, went to the markets and found out that, these traders were still observing this Monday sit-at-home order, and he angrily, had to shut down the market for 1 week. And today is another Monday. We'll find out whether these shops will open or not. And there's definitely going to be a clash between policemen and traders and IPOB leaders who are there to ensure that marketers or traders do not open their shops today. I can agree that they do not open shops, just like Ajibola Abimbola said.
Don't worry, Ajibola is around the corner.
Abimbola said last week that we can understand market and they can decide to take Monday as rest day, but schools, education is very important.
I wouldn't blame the traders because, again, their safety is their concern. You're asking me to come out and sell my market. What is the guarantee that I will go back home?
There are policemen there now. There are policemen there to protect you.
I am not in support of what is happening in the east. I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. It was last week that you read that the state, that's Anambra State, loses about 8 million naira
every Monday,
which is not a good report. But again, can the government of these eastern, southeastern states come together and do something? Is IPOB bigger than the government?
They're not running a parallel government. Governor will say one thing, IPOB is saying another thing. And it doesn't make sense.
It is the people that are suffering for this.
So here's what I think. Again, you look at the number of people who believe in the IPOB struggle. Are they bigger than the number of the citizens who do not believe in this cause? And like you said, the governors should actually come together, because now Charles Soludo is more or less like an orphan in this particular situation. Because again, if you also look at his own cause, he's fighting for his state, and he's saying, no, as a state governor, I cannot continue to allow my state to lose this huge amount of money every Monday that you guys do not come out to do the business. And then these other guys are saying, no, you cannot tell us what to do. But he's the governor.
Why can't he tell them? Why can't he tell them what to do? The state is
under his watch. So as an organization, or as you are in the state. Are you bigger than your state, or should you be bigger than your state? So they need to come to a compromise, especially if you also look at it from the angle that this particular organization has been proscribed under the law. So if you look at it genuinely, they are also operating illegally.
Of course.
So we must also begin to see things from the angle of government and from the purview of the people. You think majority of the people actually want to sit at home?
Who wants to sit at home on a Monday
You
morning?
think on a Monday people don't want to go to school, people don't want to go out, but even if it is 1,000 naira that will be the gain for the day, it is still something. But like you said, who also want to be out when they know that they are risking their own lives? So this is the time that government also needs to speak as one. And don't leave only Charles Soludo to fight this
He's
war.
the only one fighting
Because
this.
it's
the only voice we are hearing now.
And there are many states in the southeast. Joy, let's take your story.
Okay, good news over here.
There's always good news from Lagos.
Lagos disburses 1 million naira pension to 543 retirees. The Lagos State government on Friday disbursed over 1 billion naira as accrued pension rights to about 543 retirees under the contributory pension scheme, reaffirming its commitment to the welfare and financial security of retired public servants. The payment was announced at the 113th Retirement Benefit Bond Certificate presentation ceremony held at the Adeyemi Bureau Auditorium. Delivering a goodwill message, the head of service, Olabode Aguru, said the regular settlement of retirement benefits was not merely a policy choice, but a pledge that the state had continued to honor in recognition of the service rendered by public servants. According to Aguru, accrued pension rights amounting to 1 billion naira were credited into the retirement savings account of retirees drawn from the mainstream civil service, local government and local council development areas, the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, the Teaching Service Commission and other state parastatals. He attributed the steady payment of pensions to the support of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, noting that the administration had consistently prioritized the welfare of retirees. That's basically the story. 1 billion naira pension disbursed to 543 retirees, and this is commendable.
All right, that event happened at the Adeyemi Bureau Auditorium. And of course, like Joy said, some piece of good news coming from Lagos, and Adebimpe corroborated that it is always good news from Lagos. I mean, offsetting the bills of retirees is no mean feat. It is not small at all, and you know, doing it conscientiously at the appropriate time. These people can only pray for the Lagos State government because they look forward to getting this money. And you know, after all, it's money that they worked for anyway. So thank you to the Lagos State government, with the hope that those that are remaining, the new batch of retirees will also get their monies as at when due. All right, let's go on to the X platform this morning and take a look at something that is trending. There's so many issues trending. You know how it usually is after the weekend, so many things trending. But this morning, still staying with the Nollywood industry or the creative, there's been this back and forth. There's been this seeming cold war between Kunle Afolayan and Funke Akindele, where Kunle Afolayan was said to have, said something. I don't know, but when I read it, maybe with the comprehension, I really don't know where the problem came out from. I don't understand. And he also clarified by saying he only said that he cannot do certain things. And of course, another of his series is out, and in the promotion he said he cannot dance. And then everybody is saying, why did he mention Funke's name? Funke he himself admitted during a television interview on Saturday that Funke actually called him, or was it yesterday? Funke called him and was shouting on the phone, "Leave my name out of your mouth," blah 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 blah. And I'm like, Adebimpe, remember what our guest said here on Friday? That sometimes the fans,
yes,
what the wahala, the katakata,
the ones fanning the
that's the fans. We always cussing. But then it also behoves on the artists to call their fans to order.
yes.
Don't allow your fans to get, to make you be who you are not. because again, these things, it works differently for different individuals. If Kunle says I cannot dance to promote movie, and they are saying, why did you mention Funke's name?
Abimbola,
they said you mentioned Funke and Toyin. Did you see what Toyin did?
She turned hers to a skate.
And then the guy said, Emi Lomba,
Babami, yeah. You know, people are different. No. Abimbola, he spoke about two people, or he mentioned two people's names, and they are two different people.
Different personalities.
Toyin seems to have a cordial relationship with Kunle Afolayo. According to Kunle, what I said, Jennifer, what Funke Akindele said, the approach was like, you know, they are not cordial, because I think he said that she started by saying, I know you don't like
that was me. That was what
so yes, so it's you know, from that, you know, they don't have a cordial relationship. And Kunle should not expect people, or should not determine how people should react. They are two different people. I didn't see anything in what Kunle Afolayo said, you know.
Exactly.
But people have a right to react differently. Okay? And is there a way he should have just mentioned his friend's name? You know, that Shebi Femi and Adebayo dances and all of that. You know, I don't know. They must have their behind the scenes issues.
Again, but just like you said, that, you know, I'm not sure that what he said was actually out of place, because
it wasn't.
Him even clarifying where he said what he said. He said it was at you know, a film, a cinema a gathering that had cinema operators, that he said what he said. And he only said that, you know what, if you do not guarantee that after coming to the cinema and I cannot take home a particular amount of money, then count me out. I mean, it was about him. Then maybe, of course, it was a general whatever. And he even said that, you know, he even told people that if you want a model, young filmmakers, you can follow Funke Akindele's model. If you're a young filmmaker and you're looking for, but that won't work for him. I mean, again, it was a personal thing. But again, like you said, different individuals with the way they process things and the way they take things. But again, maybe we all can be patient and comprehend when certain things come out, because again, for all you care, when that thing happened, Funke might not have heard it directly from Kunle. Again, it could have been have you heard what Kunle said?
Have you it?
God will help us in Nigeria, honestly. But comprehension, go far. It really goes a long way. But I mean, we all learn every day. You can take you know, another read on the socials on why this particular thing is trending.
Which one is that?
No. There's something. I mean,
OBO?
we won't. No,
Grammys?
I don't want to talk about Grammys.
Football?
No, I want to just gloss over the artist who died from a snake bite.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
You know, and then it just calls for
I've not been myself since yesterday.
Another reflection. There's so many things, you know, that thing brought out in me. Number one, how a snake or two snakes got into the house.
They said that there are three. That there are even 3 snakes living in that house.
My worry, and you know, I had to ask my husband this question yesterday while I was trying to just wrap my head around. I said, what does it cost to actually keep antivenom in the hospitals? And he said there has to be constant electricity.
Okay.
It has to be kept in a particular cold chain. So when you look at national grid collapse,
hey God.
When you look at constant no electricity and 2 hospitals that she went to that did not have antivenom, again, you look at it in a country where we know that snakes
and the weather is
very
hot and harsh. They must have ran into that place, you know, trying to find a cool place.
Maybe they've been around.
Maybe their husband, wife, and child.
Which kind of analogy is this one?
Bringing it from another angle.
Husband, wife, and child. It's a family.
It just calls
Dr.
for
Ifrah.
calls for sober reflection, especially government hospitals. These things need to be available because the last hospital where she died was a federal medical center, and they said they didn't have an antivenom according to report. And after giving her placing her on drip, they removed the tourniquet that she used to prevent herself from getting there from her house, and she eventually died. So again, these things they're there. They're just they're glaring. That we need to do better. Honestly. Well, I don't want to talk about opioids this morning. We need to go. We'll take a quick break. The conversation returns shortly.